What's good, guys? Peace. Let's dive into Smackdown for April the 14th, 2023. This was a filler show, but it was still okay. We got a little bit of news and notes to discuss, but I'm going to wait to the end to do that. So, we kicked the show off with a promo from Sami Zayn. So, they hit the ring, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. So, Sami talks about how they closed WrestleMania 39 as champions, but haven't really had a chance to enjoy it because of the stuff with the bloodline and the WWE draft coming up. A lot has been going on, and it's an exciting time, but there's uncertainty. Kevin Owens says no matter what happens in the draft, they are the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, and they will defend them on any show. Owens knows one thing, and that's the Usos will be coming for the rematch soon. So then the Usos, they come out and they interrupt KO and Sami, along with Solo Sikoa. So the Usos, they tout their title reign, and they question Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn about what they didn't know about pressure. Sami says they're the only team who has to report. They're the one who has to report back to Daddy Roman every week. The Usos are tired of hearing Sami says the same thing. They go on about how the bloodline is stronger than ever, and then they hype up Solo as the enforcer. Jimmy promises that him and Jay will become 900 champions, and the fans, they boo. Jay says there's no cracks in the bloodline. They're solid. And he says that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will crack under pressure, and they'll turn on each other. This time it'll be Sami turning on Kevin Owens like he did Jay's whole family. That was a good line right there. So Sami wishes that he was as good as at anything the way Jay is good at lying to himself. Sami goes on about how Jay is acting like everything is fine in the bloodline, like Solo didn't almost hit him last week. Sami says he knows the Usos didn't come to just talk. And they say he's right. So the bloodline, they start to stare down Sami and KO. And everyone begins to brawl. Then in comes Matt Riddle. He brawls with Solo. He takes out Solo with a couple of knees. And then Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Matt Riddle, they stand tall. So I like that. Pretty good little segment right there to kick the show off. The promos from them were good. This is all setting up to the big six-man tag at Backlash, which should be very good. That might be the main event. Might. I don't know. Is that bigger than Cody versus Brock? No, not really. I had to think about that for a second, though. Moving on, so Adam Pearce, he's backstage with referee. So Adam Pearce sends the officials to find Matt Riddle and tells Solo that him and Matt Riddle are going to have a match tonight in the main event. That's cool. First match of the night, LA Knight versus Xavier Woods. Oh my God, I feel so damn bad for LA Knight. I'm tired of this shit. He has eaten nothing but losses. Him and Santos Escobar are probably even, or if not neck and neck, with losing. And yes, Santos Escobar lost. We'll get into that later on. But LA Knight loses to Xavier Woods, who does a roll-up, who grabs the tights. So, towards the end of the match, LA Knight grabs the tights, but the referee caught him. And then Xavier Woods does the same thing, and he wins. This is so damn stupid. I feel bad for LA Knight. I do. So, post-match, LA Knight argues with the referee. And then Xavier Woods talks trash from the ramp. Moving on. So, Imperium is talking. So, that being, not Walter, but Gunther. He's talking to Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci in German. And Xavier Woods, like a dumbass, interrupts with his stupid trombone. So Gunther, he yells at Woods and he apologizes. But then he does it again, that being Xavier Woods with the trombone. So Gunther holds back both Ludwig and Giovanni Vinci from attacking Xavier Woods. So Gunther says it's clear that Xavier Woods wants his attention, but can't approach him in a respectful manner because he's a goof and doesn't know what respect is. Facts. 1,000%. Gunther is 1,000% right. Gunther says that he doesn't like goofs, so if necessary, he and Woods can step into the ring and he can beat some respect into Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods says now he's talking, that being Gunther. Woods says Gunther has been champion for a while, but he's never had a shot. Xavier Woods mentions that the WWE draft, and he says that he's the hottest free agent. Yeah, right. Get the hell out of here with that dumb shit. Xavier Woods says he's beyond ready to step up in the ring with Gunther. Yeah, right. You're going to get your ass whooped, bruh. You're going to get your ass whooped. You can get that chest caved in, bruh. And take the title back to his place. So then Woods hits the trombone one time and he dips out. Okay, interesting. And that's set up for next week anyway. That should be interesting. I hope Gunther absolutely destroys Xavier Woods. Seriously. I don't want Xavier Woods to get any offense on Gunther. Maybe a good, solid 5-minute squash match. That's exactly how I would book it. Exactly how I would book it. Moving on. So, we see footage of Matt Riddle being taken out by Solo several months back. So, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they're both backstage with Matt Riddle. Sami's thanking Riddle for his help. Sami tells Matt Riddle to be careful because of how dangerous Solo is. Kevin Owens, he disagrees with this. So, Kevin Owens hypes up Matt Riddle to get revenge for Solo putting him on the shelf for 4 months. Matt Riddle goes on about how he can't control some things, but he can inflict how much pain. He can control how much pain he inflicts on Solo for the time he missed. Okay, that's interesting right there. So Kayla Braxton, she's backstage with Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. So, Kayla mentions how Zelina Vega embarrassed Rhea last week. So Rhea, she's not happy. So Priest talks about Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio and how their friends should not be in the business. Damian Priest says he'll address Bad Bunny in the ring, and everyone walks off. So then, Judgment Day, they hit the ring. So, for some reason, Finn Balor wasn't there. I don't know why. So Priest takes the mic and mentions Bad Bunny hosting Backlash to Puerto Rico. So Damian Priest says if Bunny wants to attend and sit in the front row, that's fine. But if he puts his hands on his family again, and then we get to see what happened 2 weeks ago, where he was choke slammed through the announce table. So Priest said he knows it was bad. He asked for it to be played again in slow motion. So everyone in Judgment Day laughs. So, and then out comes the LWO. The music plays. Zelina, she's on the ramp. And then the rest of LWO, they sneak attack Judgment Day. So Santos Escobar, Cruz Del Toro, and Joaquin Wilde. That sets up for Damian Priest versus Santos Escobar. The match was solid, but like I said before, Santos took the loss. South of Heaven. This is not good. I feel totally bad for Santos. He's like LA Knight. The two of them cannot catch a damn break for anything, and I hate it. I really do. Like, it's bullshit, man. Let's just call a spade a spade. But the match was solid, even though there were a couple of involvements from LWO and Judgment Day. Post-match. So, Priest is about to put Santos Escobar through a table. The Rey Mysterio comes out. He makes the save. And so, him and Dom, they have a little fight scene real quick. And then Rey's about to hit the 619. But Priest pulls out Dominic. And then Judgment Day, they head up the ramp. And the LWO, they regroup in the middle of the ring. And that was it. So that's pretty okay. This is fine. I like it. Really good stuff here, though. But, man, if Ray would have 619 Dom, that crowd would have popped hard. I'm talking hard. Moving on. So Paul Heyman, he's backstage with the Usos and Solo. So Heyman is fired up as he hypes up Solo to get him ready to destroy Matt Riddle, bringing up how many of their legendary family members must be feeling. So he mentions Umaga, Sika, Alpha, Rikishi. That was great. And then Heyman's about to go on some more, and then Solo cuts Heyman off, and he scares Paul. And so Solo says in a soft voice, "Tell the tribal chief he's got this." And I'm like, dude, Solo is that dude. Solo is that dude. Solo is going to be huge in WWE. Seriously. That is the future of WWE, for sure. Him, Braun Breaker, Tony D, Carmelo Hayes. Those guys are gonna be the future of WWE. Seriously, Austin Theory. Those guys are gonna be huge. Those guys are gonna be huge. They have found their next Samoan king. They really have. Dude, like, Solo is legit badass, dude. Like, he has improved leaps and bounds being with the Bloodline. He's improved tenfold, and I love it. I love it, man. Oh, my God, I love it. And when the Bloodline, when they split up, it just needs to be Paul Heyman and Solo. Paul Heyman being Solo's advocate. That would kick major ass. Oh, my God. That would kick major ass. Great, man. Great stuff. What was not great was the fact that we had a stupid promo segment by Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Oh, my God. So, Samantha Irvin, she introduces the champs. There's Pyro. The ring is covered in a red apron color. So Liv says they're happy and proud to be the new champs. Who cares? It's not important. Raquel says that they brought the hardware home to SmackDown. Again, not important. Raquel sincerely thanks Liv for letting her use her as a weapon. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Who cares? The tag titles are meaningless. The Knockouts World Tag Team Championships and Impact mean more than the WWE ones. What the hell? So Liv goes on about how she will always let Raquel throw her into their opponents. They go on about how good they already are and how they can become. And how good they can become. Thankfully, they're interrupted by Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. I like this duo. So Sonya says she's getting dumber by listening to Liv Morgan talk, which I agree. So Sonya brings up how Liv and Raquel didn't even beat the actual champions, and they blame it on Adam Pearce. They go on about how they're treated in WWE and how they're overlooked. So everyone has back and forth on the mic. Liv indicates that they've already got Pearce to book this match. So then a brawl breaks out. So Liv attempts to go for the Oblivion, but Sonya, she retreats to the floor and avoids it. And then both teams talk trash, and the segment ends. So thankfully it ends. I'm glad that they do. That it did. It made zero sense because it was just stupid. It was a time waster. It was an actual time waster. And I believe all it was just to have women on the show. Like, it's not important. Like, seriously, that's not important. You could have done that shit on Monday Night Raw. I'm not even gonna hold you up. When you have a 2-hour show, you don't have time for dumb shit like that. You really don't. Complete awful segment. And it was a waste of time. And I like both Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. But, again, the tag titles are useless. They have been useless for a minute. Like, it's not important. Like, who cares? So, Shinsuke Nakamura is back. I'm glad about that. So, we cut backstage. So, Emma, she's hyping up her man, Madcap Moss, on why he's better than Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah, right. And why he'll be a top pick in the draft. So Moss fires up and heads to the ring with Emma. So Shinsuke Nakamura wins via the Kinshasa. The match was short, but it made sense though. So post-match, Madcap tried to take out Nakamura, but Nakamura hits a rolling armbar on him. Puts him in a rolling armbar. I like this. This is great. So we kind of see how Madcap's going to revert to being a heel, and I think that would give him a great character right there. I like Madcap. I really do. The only thing about it is just there needs to be a name change. So next we get a little backstage segment with Scarlett. So she's reading some tarot cards and playing with them. And there's a card that has Shinsuke's name on it. And so Karrion Kross, he pounds his fist into the table and says, "Tick tock," to warn Nakamura. I love it. This is actually great. This is great right here. Hopefully they can turn this into an actual feud, and this can last a while. And this is kind of what they're going to have to do with a lot of lower mid-card guys right now, because the roster is so bloated, and when you have two heel champions, there's not much you can do, you know. So this right now should hold them both over for a minute. So we get a little video of how Trish is going to explain her actions on Monday. Who really cares? So Strowman and Ricochet, they're walking backstage. The Viking Raiders, they jumped them, and they beat down both Braun Strowman and Ricochet. So they hit the Ragnarok on Ricochet through some production cases. Okay, cool, I guess. Main event, Matt Riddle versus Solo Sikoa. Solo wins via the Samoan Spike. Post-match, Solo is about to put Matt Riddle through a table. And then he actually shoves the announce table on top of Matt Riddle. And then Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they attempt to pull the table on from Riddle. So I like that. That was great. I loved it. And then everyone stared each other down. So Paul Heyman, before the match took place, he takes the mic and he says he has a historic announcement. He just spoke with Roman Reigns, who has authorized him to announce that they've muscled their way through management and the match is now set. In 2 weeks, the Usos will get the rematch from Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So Paul Heyman calls it the biggest tag team match in SmackDown history and guarantees there'll be new. There will be new tag team champions because Roman Reigns is losing patience with the two of you. So Heyman's basically looking at the Usos, and I'm like, oof. But overall, the show itself was decent. Now, since it's happening on SmackDown, I don't think we need to have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lose. I really don't. Because you can't just hot potato the tag titles like that. So I think that maybe Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they retain. And then maybe Roman and Solo beat down the Usos. I'm not even going to hold you up. They beat down the Usos. Like, Roman is furious with them, and he actually kicks them out and says, no, my family will not, you will not bring failure into my family. You know, that's what I really would do. And then whenever they decide to do Cody and Roman at SummerSlam, that's when we see the Usos screw Roman over. That's where I hope they're going with this. But you cannot have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens lose. You just can't. That would be some AEW type booking, and we can't do that. We cannot do that. That would be a disgrace. No. You cannot hot potato the tag titles. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, they need a decent reign. But I don't think that they're going to win. I don't know, man. It's interesting. But that was SmackDown. SmackDown was, okay. So, first little bit of news. Drew McIntyre, he blacked out his Twitter and removed WWE from his bio. Okay. So what? Seth Rollins has done that before in the past as well. A lot of guys have done that in the past. It doesn't really essentially matter. I think that Drew more than likely will resign with WWE. I don't really see him going anywhere else because if he basically decides not to resign, then what does he what does he do in AEW? AEW has a bloated roster already, and there's not enough TV time for him. There's just not. So it would all be for naught If he wants to go back to Impact, that's fine because they probably will rebuild the company around him, and that would make the most sense. But him going to AEW, no. The roster is way too bloated as it is. And he would just get lost in that shuffle. He just would. It's just, the roster in AEW is way too overbloated. And then they're looking to bring in more people. You know, like Mercedes Moné and Trinity Fatu. So my bad, Trinity Star. So they're looking to bring them in, possibly. Which they probably will bring them in anyway. So, yeah. But no, I don't see Drew going anywhere. And then the last little bit of news, Seth Rollins, with him getting disgruntled, that's fine. He's right to have that chip on his shoulder. But again, this is the problem with Roman Reigns being champion. This is the problem. If they would have split the titles 2 weeks ago, we wouldn't be in this mess. We would not be in this mess. Seth Rollins should be a top guy again. Seth Rollins should be a top guy, but he's just in the mid-card now. And a lot of guys are in the mid-card. Brock Lesnar is in the mid-card. There's not much Seth Rollins can do right now with Roman Reigns holding both titles. There's nothing he can do. There's no point for him challenging Gunther or Austin Theory. Well, actually, you know what? No, I'd scratch that. I'd like to see Gunther versus Seth Rollins. I think that'd be pretty cool. But I don't know, man. Seth Rollins is not leaving WWE either. So stop with this nonsense. Stop with the bullshit. So thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos. Smackdown was okay. It was just filler for the most part. Liv Morgan and Raquel didn't need to be on the show. I hate to say that, but it's just facts. So what did you guys think? Let me know. Hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe for my videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.